Hello, my friends. Let's take a look at the situation along the front line, starting with the Kharkiv direction. The occupiers continue to shell the area around the village of Lyptsi, trying to dismantle the positions of the Ukrainian forces to attempt another breakthrough. However, they are facing huge losses here because the Ukrainian forces also have a sufficient amount of ammunition and is delivering powerful counterstrikes. In Vovchansk, the Russians have conducted 12 assaults over the past day, a significant indicator of their activity. Despite their continued shelling, the Russians haven't made any progress. The Ukrainian forces maintain the initiative here, repelling attacks and carrying out counteroffensive actions. While there have been no new changes along the front line in the past day, the Russians have also managed to dig in well and are trying to hold their defense. Today, it was announced that Yuriy Sodol will be investigated for his actions related to the breakthrough in the Kharkiv direction. The State Bureau of Investigation will check the actions of former commander of the Ukrainian Forces Joint Forces, General Yuriy Sodol, in the case concerning the Russian military breakthrough in the Kharkiv direction. Meanwhile, it's reported that North Korea will be sending its troops to the occupied territories of Ukraine. According to South Korean news agency TV Chosun, North Korea is dispatching its troops to the occupied part of Ukraine. In July, North Korea will send 3 to 4 engineering brigades of the Korean People's Army to Russia. In exchange, Kim Jong-un will receive $115 million from Russia. The North Korean engineering troops are reportedly going to participate in the reconstruction of destroyed cities. It seems that Putin's visit to North Korea was fruitful, and now everything will be supplied from North Korea. In the Kupiansk direction, Russian activity continues. Over the past day, there were 4 assaults near Synkivka, while attacks near Svatove and Novodanilivka have temporarily ceased. Shelling also continues, but the front line remains unchanged. And to note that there is still no breakthrough to Kupiansk. The winter offensive has failed. The first month of summer is almost over, and Russian successes remain very limited and can be described as tactical at best. In the Svatove area, fighting continues around Stelmakhivka. The occupiers have already tried to claim success, even in the information space, spreading news that they have entered the outskirts. However, as can be seen, everything remains unchanged. Fighting and shelling continue, but the Russians are still suffering losses. Further south, attempts to break through near Hrekivka continue, but here too the Ukrainian forces are repelling all attacks. In the direction of Kreminna, the Russians conducted 5 attacks on Nevske and Torske over the past day. There are no reports of new offensive actions in the forest near Kreminna for now. Even yesterday, the Russians themselves acknowledged that Ukrainian forces are achieving success here. As a result, the Russians are unable to realize their plans to advance towards Lyman. In the Siversk direction, the occupiers continue their high level of activity. They are trying to advance further in the areas of Spirne and Vymka, but the Ukrainian forces are destroying all their groupings, and the front line hasn't changed over the past day. In the direction of Chasiv Yar, the occupiers are again attempting to break through near Kalynivka and Hryhorivka and are directly assaulting the outskirts of the city. It's evident that they are once again trying to extend their northern flank to encircle Chasiv Yar. However, despite 7 assaults over the past day, the front line hasn't changed. In the Toretsk direction, the occupiers are actively using aviation, shelling all Ukrainian Armed Forces positions in an attempt to inflict maximum damage before launching assaults. The main attacks are being recorded near Pivnichne, Pivdenne, Druzhba, and New York. The situation is extremely tense. Ukrainian Armed Forces report that the occupiers are entering the outskirts and already trying to loot whatever remains intact. In the direction of Pokrovsk, the occupiers are maintaining maximum activity with 41 assaults over the past day. Battles are ongoing near Vozdvyzhenka, Novoalexandrivka, and the village of Progress. They are assaulting Yevgenivka, the village of Sokil, attempting breakthroughs near Novoselivka, Persha, Umanske, and once again battles are recorded near Yasnobrodivka. Reports indicate that the Russians are not sparing armored vehicles for their operations, and just yesterday, 4 enemy armored vehicles were destroyed. The front line hasn't changed, they still cannot break through to the highway. In the direction of Kurakhove, the level of activity remains significant, with 14 assaults over the past day, including ongoing attacks on Krasnohorivka. They have had minor advances, pushing deeper into the northern part of the village. However, the Ukrainian Armed Forces are consistently conducting counterattacks, preventing them from establishing a foothold. The situation remains extremely challenging, and it's already the 30th, the last day of the month, and Slatkov had claimed that they would take Krasnohorivka by the end of the month. Yet, the front line hasn't changed at all. Attacks on Paraskovivka and the village of Kostiantinivka also continue, with no significant changes there either. In the Vuhledar direction, reports indicate that after several days of relative calm, Russian activity has doubled. Fighting has resumed around Urozhaine, and attempts to break through to Vadiane are also ongoing. It appears they've pulled in new reserves, regrouped, and are trying to advance once again. In the Zaporizhzhia direction, the Russians attempted to break through to Mala Tokmachka and Novodanilivka twice over the past day. All their attacks were repelled by the Ukrainian Armed Forces, and the front line remains unchanged. However, Ukrainian Armed Forces are actively targeting the Russian rear positions, notably using FPV drones. And in the Kherson direction, reports indicate that over the past day, the Russians tried 4 times to push the Ukrainian Armed Forces out of the village of Kurinki. The Ukrainian Armed Forces continue to destroy their attacking groups, so the front line remains unchanged here as well. And that's all from me. So please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on all the latest news. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.